Today we will start the lecture on construction management and law. So in last lectures we have already discussed the various problems related with the critical path method. We have drawn the network diagram. Depending upon the given data, we have drawn the network diagrams, and depending upon that we have calculated earliest starting time, latest finish time and total floats, and we have drawn the network diagrams. After that we have drawn a critical path for this. Okay, so in last problem we have already discussed various concepts related with the critical path methods. Again, there is most important problem is today we are covering the example number 6, that is deals with the somewhat different data is there. In last lectures we have drawn the network diagram, which was a little bit simple, but in today's lectures we will discuss somewhat different problems. So first we will read the problem, and then simultaneously we will draw the network diagrams. Okay, so draw the network diagrams. I am reading the problem. Draw the network diagram and determine critical path, total float, and show the critical path with double line on the network if duration of the network is as follows. Okay, so this duration, it has been given. These are the various activities are given: A, B, C, D, E up to K. These are the various activities, and the durations for the various activities, it has been mentioned as 5, 4, 2, 5 and so on up to the 5. So these activities and durations are given, but while drawing the network diagram we have to follow some conditions, or we have to follow the descriptions. So again, there are some descriptions which has been given. The network logic is as follows. Okay, so while drawing the network diagrams we have to see which activity it is a preceding activity, which activity to be covered, or which activity to be completed first, and next activity to be started. Okay, so here all these descriptions are given in 9 points. So these 9 points are very important while drawing a network diagrams. These 9 points plays an important role. So we will see which things to be covered here. So we will read one by one the things, and we will start drawing the network diagrams. Okay, the network logic is as follows. At the start of the project activity, A and B are the initial activities. So A and B are the initial activity. That means the starting point of for A and B is same and are done concurrently. That means the starting point for A and B is same. That means A and B activities, they are starting at the same point. Okay, so we will read one by one the various sentences. These are the 9 points given, and we will draw the network diagram depending upon the given conditions. Okay, so we have started from serial number 1. Serial number 1, at the start of the project activity, A and B are the initial activities and are done concurrently. That means the starting point for A and B is same, and they are starting at the same point, and they are concurrent to each others. Okay, so we will draw the network diagrams. So here we will take this. First we will copy this. Yes, so we will draw starting point is this point, or we will have somewhat, we will move upside. Yes, so one, we will give the numbers. Okay, so A activity and B activities. So A, at the start of the project activity, and B are the initial activities and are done concurrently. That means we will give the numbers to A and B. So here we will give the number as 2, and here we will give this number as 3, and we will draw the network diagram for this leader. Yes, so A and B, so we are giving this events numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4. So here activity A is, it has been given, so we will give the numbers to activity A. A. Okay, what are the durations for A? Again, the activity A, it has been given as the duration. Activity A, it is having a duration for 5. Okay, so we'll keep this as 5. So little bit more concept to be we have taken this in this problem. Here we have to draw the network diagram depending upon the given conditions. So here activity A, it has been given as duration of 5 whether it has been days or weeks, one and the same. The 5 it has been given for activity A. What about B? The B it has been given as 4. Okay, so we will take this again, we will copy this for the B activity as 4. The activity B, which is having the duration as 4, B activity as 4. So here we have drawn the network diagram by reading the first line, that is at the start of the project activity A. So this as I have already discussed that this line indicates activity, whereas we are giving the numbers to these events, event 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to last we will give the numbers. So we are giving these numbers just for identifications, in order to have the there should not be any confusion regarding these nodes. So we have given the numbers to these nodes 1, 2, 3, but most important is this activity. So activity A and activity B, they are starting at the same point and it is having some durations. So A is having 5 durations, B is having 4 durations. Okay, so we have read the first line and depending upon this first line we have drawn the network diagrams. What is the second line, second sentence for this? The second sentence for this is nothing but D follows A. What is the second sentence? Serial number 2 is D follows A. That means only after completion of A, D will be started. That means D is started at the point where A will be completed. Okay, so D follows A. This sentence indicates D follows A. We will have again, we will copy this and we will provide here in the same line, or we will have somewhat far and we will give these numbers to 4 because serial number is 4, and we will draw the arrow here. So here D follows A, that means D it is the succeeding activity and predecessor is nothing but A. Preceding activity is nothing but A. Only after completion A, D will be started. So that means D will be started only after completion of A. So we will copy this here and we will have this as D. Yes, kept. What about the D durations? D, it is having a duration for this activity duration D. Activity D is having a duration for 5. Again we will take this D as 5. So we have taken D as 5. Okay. So in this way we have read the second line, that is D follows A. Only completion after completion of A, D will be started. So here A it has been completed, A activity it has been completed, and next activity is D. What is third point? Third serial number, C and F follows B. C and F follows B. What is serial number 3? C and F follows, this serial number 3 is C and F follows B. C and F follows B. So only after completion of B, C and F, that means the point at which B ends, the same point we have to start C and F. The point where B is ending, at the same point we have to start C and F. That means C and F will be concurrent, will be starting at the same point where B will be ending. So we will draw C and F for this. So we will copy this, C and F. So we will give these numbers here. C as 5 and this as 6. Okay, again we will draw the line for this. Yes, we will give these numbers. C and F will be starting at the same point where B ends. So here B it has been ending, and C and F. So we will give this number 5. We have given node number 5 for C. We will copy this and we will give the C as. What is the duration for C? The duration for C is nothing but 2 days. have this as this C, and it is for 2 days. Yes. What about D activity? So D activity, it is having 5 days. So we will give this number name as D activity, and it is for 5 days. So in this way we have covered the serial number 3. Up to serial number 3 we have calculated. So in this way we have covered up to serial number 3. What is serial number 4? Serial number 4 is again it is having the description as E follows C and A. E follows C and A. What this means? The point at which C and A are ending, the next point is E. The point at which C and A are ending, the same point we have to start E. Okay? This fourth line indicates E follows C and A. That means the point at which C and A are ending, the same point we have to start as capital E. But we have to see C and A, but C and A are ending at the different points. So how we can have activity E to be starting at the same point? So we have to insert the dummy activity, because A is ending at this second number node, activity is ending at the node number 5. So how this will end at the same point? So this cannot end at same point. Okay? So we have to have a dummy activity, and that dummy activity we will draw the activity as E. So we will draw the dummy activity. So for that, first we will draw the next activity as seven, and we will give this okay 7. And this E is having alphabetical E is having the duration for 6. So we will give this as 6. E as 6. Okay. So again we will read the serial number 4. What is serial number 4? E follows C and A. This E follows C and A. So this E follows C and A. That means E follows C. It is follows C. So here it follows C. But A, what about A? So A is having somewhat different point. So we have to draw a dummy activities. Okay. So we will draw here as a dummy activity. Bit there is difficulty in drawing this. Okay, we have drawn the dummy activity for this. So dummy activity, that means A and C, the point at which A and C are ending, that is node number 5. Node number 5 is the point at which the A and C are ending, and the same at the node same serial number 5 we have starting activity E. What is the duration for the activity E? The duration for activity E is 6. So we have taken this as 6. Okay. What is next serial number? Next serial number is serial number 5. What is the thing given for serial number 5? That is G and H follows E. That means the point at which E is ending, same point we are having the starting point for G and H. That means G and H, they are the concurrent activities which will be followed by the activity E. So here E is completed here. So at the same point we have to start G and H. So here we will we will draw G and H, but before that we will just draw this or G and H. Okay. Again we will see some more sentences here also. D and G, G and H follows E. That means only after completion of E, G and H will be started, and G and H will have the same point. So we will start G and H here. So we will copy this somewhat here, and we will keep this number as 8, and we will give this number as 9. Okay. Next is we will draw the arrows for this. Sorry. Yes. G and H. What about the durations for G and H? So G and H, G is having a duration for 8 and H is having duration for 4. So G and H, we will copy this and we will draw this as for this and for this. So G is having a duration for 8, so we will have this as 8. What about H? H is having a duration for 4, so we will give this name as H, and it is for 4. Okay. So in this way we have covered up to the serial number 5. What the serial number 5 says, G and H follows E. So we have taken the same point where E ends, G and H will be started. Okay. We will see the connection later on. Okay. So here the point at which it has been connected, we will see later on the point at which it has been connected. Okay. So we have to therefore while drawing the network diagrams, it is to be drawn by pencil, so that while connecting the nodes or while drawing the final figures, it should be clear, because while you are drawing with the pen, there may be changes, because we have to read all the sentences which has been given, and we have to follow the rules, or we have to follow the sequence in order to draw the network diagrams. So one by one we are following the sequence, and we are reading the various sentences which has been given data. So serial number 6, what the serial number 6 says, I follows both D and G. I follows both D and G. That means D and G, they are ending at the same point, and at the same point I follows. That means I is following D and G. Okay. So I is following D and G. So I follows both D and G. That means D and G, they are ending at the same point. That means we have inserted this node and this node to be changed, so that we can extend up to this point and we can have the same point as J, I. Okay. So I follows both the D and G. So we will have this, we will omit this. Why? Because it too is to be ended at the same point, and we will extend this here. Yes. So here D and J, they are ending at the same point. D and G, they are ending at the same point, and the next point is I. So we will draw as I. Somewhat here we will draw as I. And we will give this name as I. What about the durations for I? I durations, it has been given as here. I duration, it has been given as 3. I duration, it has been given as 3. So here we will give the name as I, and the duration is for 3. Okay. And we will give this number as 5, 6, 7. And we will give this as 8. And this as 9. Okay. So J follows F. That means only after completion of F, J will be started. J will be started where? Only after completion of F. So here where F is ending. So here we have discussed about, we have drawn the network diagrams. So up to serial number 5 we have completed. So what is serial number 6? I follows both D and J. So here it is a little bit change. Here there is change in serial number 6. Instead of I, it is J, or instead of J, it is I. Okay. So we will change here. There is little bit change in this here. In serial number 6 there is J instead of I, and in serial number 7 it is I. Okay. Because here meeting point it has been changed. So here a little bit change is there. In serial number 6, what is serial number 6? J follows both D and G. So J follows both D and G. So here it is J instead of I, it is J. So here J follows D and G. But what is J? J is having 8. 8 is the duration for J. Here J duration is having 8. Okay. So here I have taken as 8. What is serial number 7? 7 is I follows F. Only after completion of F I will be calculated. Okay. So I serial number 7 I follows F. So F it has been completed. Okay. So we have to first complete F. So here we have to draw the F activity. So here we have drawn the network diagrams. So here it was little bit changed. I have copied D5 here also, but I have not changed. It is to be activity F. So activity F it is having a duration for 6. So activity F it is having a duration for 6. So actually D5 we have copied here, but it was F. Okay, activity F which is having a duration for 6. We will check once again. We will check. There is no as such confusion regarding how to draw this network diagram depending upon this, because in previous lectures we have covered while drawing the network diagrams, nodes was given 1 2 2 3 1 4 1 5 2 5 3 5. Nodes was given instead of activities. Okay. So in previous lectures in order to draw the network diagrams, it was easy way to draw the network diagram, which we have covered in previous lectures. Now in this lectures it is somewhat difficult. Somewhat, it is not as such difficult, somewhat difficult, because in this activities are actually given, and this description is also given. Okay. So we have to follow the steps in order to draw the network diagram. Okay. So we have ended up to serial number 5. What is serial number 6? Serial number 6 is nothing but J follows both D and G. That means J follows both D and G. That means at the point at which D and G it has been ended, the same point J will be started. Okay. So J is started where D and G is ended. So here we have drawn D and G. It is ending at the node number 4, and at the same point we have started the activity as J. So here we have covered the serial number 6 also. What is serial number 7? Serial number 7 is I follows F. That means only after completion of F I will be carried out. Okay. I follows F. What is serial number 7? I follows F. That means only after completion of F I will be carried out. So here F it has been completed, but it is completed at somewhat here. So we will take this, or we will have this at this point here. Okay. Yes. So F I will be follows F. That means only after completion of F I will be taken care. Okay. So we will draw serial number I for this. Okay, we will previously. Okay, we will undo this, or we will take this. Okay. So I follows only after completion of F. So F it has been completed here. So we will follow I. Again we will read the serial number 8 also, because H and I they are meeting at the same point, and K it has been followed. That means H and I will be meeting at the same point. That means simultaneously we have to read the next sentences also. Okay. Because all the sentences they are interlinked with each other. All the activities they are interlinked with each other. Therefore we have to read the next sentence also. What is the serial number 8? Before drawing serial number 7, we will read the serial number 8. What is serial number 8? K follows both H and I. That means H and I they are meeting at the same point. They are meeting at the same point. That means we can draw here I also. Okay. So we will draw I and will meet at this directly at this point. Here I am drawing this and it is meeting at the same point. Okay. Yes. So we will call this as I. What is the value for this? And we will copy this, or directly we can use also. This is nothing but I, And what is the duration for I? The duration for I, it has been given in this tabular form as 3. So we will take this as 3. Okay, we will have this here somewhat because it will be confused. Okay, so here we have read the next sentence, that is serial number 8. What this serial number 8 says, H and I, they are meeting at the same point. So here, yes, H and I, they are meeting at the same point. And we will again previously read the 7th sentence, that is I follows F. Yes, I follows F. That means after completion of F, I will be taken care. Okay, so here we have drawn as activity I only after completion of F. So here we have drawn up to serial number 8. What is next serial number? Next serial number is J and K. They are parallel activities and the project ends. That means J and K, they are the parallel activities. Here we are having the J activities, and next way we have to have an K activity also. Okay, so here we will draw the K activity and project ends. So ending point, it has been same. That means we can draw the ending point as same, and we can draw this activity at this point. Okay, and we will call this as K. So we can copy this and we will call this as K. What about K? K is having duration for 5, so we will give the name this as K, and we will give the duration as 5. Okay, so in this way we have completed the network diagrams. Okay, so little bit we have to read properly the different sentences or different lines, different serial numbers which has been mentioned, and one by one we have to draw the network diagrams. Okay, after it is very important to draw the network diagram by the pencil, so that if there is there any change while drawing the network diagrams, it can be changed easily, because while drawing with pen it may be more it may be more complicated. Therefore we have to draw the with the help of pencil. Okay, so here we have drawn the network diagrams. Again we will check one by one. We will start with serial number 1 and we will end with serial number 9, and we will check the different activities once again also. Okay, so after drawing the network diagrams, again check whether this network diagram it is properly drawn or not, depending upon these different conditions. Okay, depending upon these 9 conditions we have to draw the network diagram. So once again we can check whether we have drawn correctly or not, or is there any change, or is there any starting point change or end point change or different things. Okay. So once again we will start with serial number 1. At the start of the project, A and B are the initial activities. Yes, A and B are the initial activities and are done concurrently. Yes, they are they have started concurrently. Yes, so this it is same. Okay, what is serial number 2? D follows A. That means D will be started only after completion of A. Yes, here A is completed and D it has been started. Yes. What about durations? Duration is 5. Yes, so this part is also completed. It is correct. What is serial number 3? Serial number 3 is C and F follows B. That means only after completion of B, C and F will be taken care. So here we have completed B, C and F. Yes, so C and F, they are starting at the same point where B it is ending. Yes, so here B is ending and C and F are the starting points. Okay, so serial number 3 is correct. What is serial number 4? Serial number 4 is E follows C and A. So E will be followed only after completion of C and A. That means C and A should be meet at the same point. It should meet at the same point. What the serial number 4 says? Serial number 4 says that C and F should meet at the same point. At that point, same point, E will be started. So here, but C and A or A and C, they are meeting at the different points. So how to meet at the same point? So we have drawn a dummy activity here. Okay, so this dummy activity concept it has been introduced, and we have taken E activity. What is the duration for E? Yes, duration for E is nothing but 6. So here we have taken as 6. Again we will see the numbers also. Yes, serial number 7 is correct. Now what is next serial number? Serial number 5. Serial number 5 in this case is G and H follows E. G and H follows E. That means only after completion of E, G and H takes place. Yes, so E after completion of E, G and H takes place. Yes. What about G? G is having a duration for 8. Yes, it is correct. H is having a duration for 4. That means this serial number 5 it has been correct. What is serial number 6? J follows both D and G. That means D and G, they are meeting at the same point. At the same points, J it has been started. So D and G. Yes, they are meeting at the same point. Yes, they are meeting at the same point, and at the same points we have started J. Yes, so we have started J here. What is the duration for J? J is for 8. Yes, 8. What is next serial number? I. That is serial number 7. I follows F only after completion of F. I will be taken care. So this F will, it has been completed, and I, it is the next activity. Yes, so this activity is next. So serial number 7 is correct. What is serial number 8? K follows both H and I. That means H and I, they are meeting at the same point. So here H and I, they are meeting at the same point, and at the same point we have started K. What is the next activity? J and K, they are parallel activities and the project ends. That means end point of K is same and end point of J is same. Always it is to be have that starting point, it should have 1, and end point it should have also 1. Okay? That means end point, end of the durations we have taken as this point. Okay? So here we have completed the durations. What is next thing to be calculated is earliest start time and latest finish time. Earliest start time to be calculated in forward directions, latest finish time it is to be calculated in backward directions. So here I have taken the template here. We will first copy this template, and next we will have this. Yes, because starting point it is always same. So 0 0 we have taken the starting point, and I am copying this blank for box for all these activities. So here we have taken this for this also, for this also, for this also. Okay, yes, for this also, for this also. Yes, and instead of this we will copy here. Yes, so we have copied this earliest start time and latest finish time in front of all nodes. Okay, all nodes. So first node we have copied instead in front of second node, then third node. Little bit we can shift this here also. Okay. Okay. In front of third node we have copied instead in front of fourth node, next fifth, next sixth, seventh, eighth and ninth. That means EST, that is the earliest starting time and latest finish time to be calculated, and in front of each nodes we have copied. Okay, so one by one we will calculate earliest start time and latest finish time. The earliest start time to be calculated in forward directions, and one thing to be kept in mind that we have to take the calculation as maximum. We have to take the value as maximum for EST. Okay, and we have to add the durations while calculating EST. We have to add the durations and we have to take the maximum value. Two things to be three things to be taken into consideration. Earliest start time to be calculated in forward directions. In earliest start time we have to add the durations, and in earliest start time we have to take the maximum value. We have to take the maximum value. These three things to be considered while calculating earliest start time. So we will start from first node, that is serial number 1. So initial we have taken as 0 0 because this is initial point is same, therefore we have taken as 0 0. Now we will proceed towards the serial number 2, is node number 2. What is node number 2? Yes, here it is node number 2, earliest start time. Yes, so what is the previous earliest start time? That is 0. So 0 plus 5, and how many arrows are meeting to this node number 2? Only one arrow. That means only from 1 to 2 it has been meeting, therefore we have to add this duration 5. So 5 plus previous duration for EST is 0, so 5 plus 0 is 0. So we will copy this and we will change to 0 here. We will copy this and we will change to 5. Yes. So this 5 to be calculated. Next is 3. How many arrows are meeting to 3? Only one arrow. That means only 1 to 3 is the path. Okay, we have to see the calculations while calculating EST. We have to see the path. So only 1 to 3 it is converging to 3. That means only one head is there. So one head is there. That means we are having only one path. That is 0 is the previous one. So 0 plus 4. So what is the duration for EST? So EST is 4. So we will copy this and we will change as 4. 4. Yes. So we have covered up to one node, second node and third node. What is the next node? Node is number 4. Okay, node number 4 we will calculate afterwards, because this node number 4, it is having this 7 and 4 also and 2 and 4 also. That means we have to first calculate 7 and then 2 also. So 2 already we have calculated, 7 it has not been completed. Therefore this node number 4 we cannot complete. So we will complete first 7, then we will complete 4. So we cannot switch over to serial number 4. We will switch over to serial number 5. Okay, first we will take 5. So here EST here 2 arrows are meeting. That means this dummy activities is the it is as such no durations is given for this dummy activity. That means 5 is the final value for this EST. Okay, so 5 plus 0, that is 5 is the final value. What about this is the one path, 1 2 5 is the first part which is meeting to the serial number 5, and 1 3 5. So these are the 2 arrows which are meeting to 5, and we will take the maximum value 1 2 5 or 1 3 5. So 1 2 5 is nothing but 5 plus 0, that is 5. What about 1 3 5? 1 3 5 we have calculated as 4. 4 plus 2 is nothing but 6. So 6 is maximum. Out of 5 and 6, 6 is maximum, because previous EST is 4 and the duration for this activity is 2. This previous is 4, so 4 plus this 2 is nothing but 6. So we can take this as 6. So we will copy this and we will change to 6. Sorry. We will copy this and we will change to 6. So we have taken the maximum value. So least value was 5 and we have taken the maximum value for node number 5 as 6 EST. Next we will take this serial number 6. How many arrows are meeting serial number 6? Only 3 to 6 it has been meeting. Okay? So only one arrow is meeting. So therefore in order to calculate this EST, we have to add the previous EST. Previous EST is 4. What is the duration for this? 6. So 6 plus 4 is 10. That means this activity is having the duration for 10. So we will copy this and we will add 1. Okay? So yeah, 10. So up to this we have calculated serial number 6. What is serial number 7? Serial number 7, it is again having one arrow is there. That means only the 5 to 7 it has been converging to 5 to 7. So this activity is having 6 duration. What is the EST for the previous? So EST for previous is 6. So 6 plus 6 is nothing but 12. 6 plus 6 is nothing but 12. So we can take this and we can copy this and change to 12. Yes, 12. Okay. Next, now we can calculate the node number 4. Now we can calculate 2 to 4 is the one path and 7 to 4 is the other path. Okay. So already we have calculated for 7th node EST. We have calculated for 2nd node. We have calculated EST. So then we can easily calculate the EST for the node number 4. Okay. So how many arrows are meeting for node number 4? It is from 2 to 4 and 7 to 4. So first we will add 2 to 4. So 2 is having this EST as 5. So 5 plus 5 is nothing but 10. What about this? So this is nothing but 8. 12 is the previous EST and 8. So 8 plus 12 is nothing but 20. And this is 5 plus 5, 10. So maximum is 20. Least is 10. So we will take as 20. 20 as the maximum value. Okay. So we will take this as 20. Maximum value we have to take while calculating EST. So we will take this as 20. Okay. So here we have taken as 20. Next we will follow, next is nothing but node number 8. Again node number 8 is having, it is meeting 2 arrows. Okay. One arrow is from 7 to 8. Next arrow is from 6 to 8. There are 2 heads which are meeting towards node number 8. That is 7 to 8 and 6 to 8. So first we will see 6 to 8. 6 to 8. So 6 EST is nothing but 10. So 10 plus 3 is 13. Okay. What about 7 to 8? So 7 is having 12. 12 plus 4 is nothing but 16. So which value is maximum? So 16 is maximum. Here it is 13 and here it is 16. So here 16 is maximum. So therefore we will take as 16. The maximum value is 16. So here we will take this as, sorry, So how this 16 we have calculated for node number 8, it is from 7 to 8 and 6 to 8. So 7 to 8 is having 12 EST, previous EST plus duration. So previous EST is 12 plus 4, it is 16. Here it is previous EST is 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. So what is maximum? Maximum is 16 out of 13, maximum is 16. So we have taken the value as EST as maximum as 16. What about serial number 9, node number 9? So here node number 9 is it is from 4 to 9 and 8 to 9. That means we can calculate from 4 to 9 and 8 to 9. Out of this 4 to 9 and 8 to 9, the maximum value we will take. Okay. So first we will take 4 to 9. So 4 it is having EST as 20. So 20 plus 8 is 28. Next we will see here also 8 to 9. So 8 is having EST as 16. 16 plus 5 is nothing but 21. 16 plus 5 is nothing but 21. So what is maximum? So 20 plus 8, that is 28 is maximum. So we will take this as 28. We will copy this and we will change to 28. Here we will take this as 28. So in this way we have calculated earlier starting time for all the activities in forward directions, and we have taken as maximum, and we have seen the arrow heads, how many heads are converging towards a one node. Okay. So we have calculated in this way EST. So for starting point, as we have started with 0 0, we will end with same value as 28 28. So we will copy this 28 and 28 here. Okay. Next important is to calculation of LFT, that is the latest finish time. So latest finish time to be calculated in backward directions. First thing to be kept in mind while calculating LFT, that is latest finish time, it is to be calculated in backward direction. Next important point to be taken care is nothing but it is to be deducted from durations. Duration is to be deducted. There is a subtraction of duration. Second point. Third point is minimum value of LFT to be taken. Minimum value of LFT to be taken. Latest finish time should be minimum. Latest finish time to it is to be minimum. So we will start with last node, that is node number 9 LFT. Next. So last node is node number 9. So we will calculate for this 9 to 8. Yes. So 8 is having LFT is having previous LFT is 28. How many tails are there? So only one tail is there, that is 8. That means only one converging point is there. So 28 minus 5. So 28 minus 5 is nothing but 23. So 23 will be the value for this. So we will copy this and we will change to 23. We will copy this and we will change to 23. So 28 minus 5 is nothing but 23. Yes, 23. So only one tail end was here, therefore we have calculated only one, that is 23. What about this? Here also there is only one tail end. So 28 minus 8. So 28 minus 8, it has been 20. So we will take this as 20. Okay. Next, what is serial number 7? Serial number 7, it is having two converging points. Yes, it is 4 to 7 and 8 to 7. That means there are two tail ends. Okay, tail ends are there. LFT, while calculating LFT, we have to see the tail ends. So 4 to 7 is the one tail end and 8 to 7 is the other tail end, and out of these two values we have to take the minimum value. Okay, minimum value. So here 20 minus 8 is nothing but 20 minus 8 is nothing but 12, one value, and other value is 23 minus 4, that is 19. So 19 is maximum. So minimum is nothing but 12 value. So we will take this 4 to 7, the value as 12. Minimum value as 12. So once again I am repeating this. There are the two tail ends for calculation of serial number 7. Serial number 7 node 4 to 7 and 8 to 7. So 4 to 7 is previous LFT is 20. So 20 minus 8 is 12 and the other is 23 minus 4 is 19. So what is minimum value? Minimum is 12. So we have taken LFT as 12. What is next serial number? Next serial number is 6. So there is only one tail end, that is 8 to 9. That means 8 is having LFT as 23. So 23 minus 3, it is nothing but 20. So we will copy this directly and we will take this as 20 as directly. Sorry, it takes time to draw in AutoCAD. Okay, What is next? Serial number we have taken up to 6. What is next serial number? Next serial number is 5. Again 5 is having only one tail end, that is 7 to 5. That means 7 LFT is 12. 7 LFT is 12. So 12 minus 6 is 6. So we will directly copy this and we will paste here as LFT as 6. What is next serial number? After 5 there will be 4. There will be 3. Here 4 already we have calculated. Next is 3. Again 3 is having two converging points, 5 to 3 and 6 to 3, but we have to take minimum value 5 to 3 and 6 to 3. So 5 to 3, what is LFT? LFT is 6 plus 2. So 6 minus 2, it is 4. Next is, what is LFT? 20 minus 6. So 20 minus 6 is nothing but 14. 20 minus 6 is nothing but 14. So 14 is maximum, we have to take the minimum. So we will take this as LFT is 6. So 6 minus 2, that is 4. The value we will take as 4. The minimum LFT value we will take as 4. Again, what is next node? Node number 2. Node number 2, it is having again two activities. What are that activities? It is 4 to 2 and 5 to 2. But 5 to 2 is the dummy activity which doesn't have durations. That means we cannot consider this 5 to 2 activity. We will consider only 4 to 2 because this activity 5 to 2, it is dummy activity. So 4 to 2. So 4 to 2 is nothing but 20 minus 5. 20 is the LFT. 20 minus 5. The value is 15. So we will copy this and we will change to 15. We will add and we will change to 15. So in this way we have calculated all the values. In this way we have calculated all the values. So we have calculated all the values. Here we have calculated all the activities. Here we have calculated all the activities. We have started from A, we have ended with K, and we have also calculated the earliest start time and latest finish time. So in this way we have drawn the network diagram also. So there is no such confusion regarding how to draw these network diagrams. It is very simple. So we have drawn the network diagrams. So same to be taken care in finding out the various heads, that is we will see in Excel sheet the various things to be calculated and the total float which we have already covered in previous lectures. Okay. So we have to find out the different calculations, that is the EST, that is earliest starting time, earliest finish time, latest start time, latest finish time, total floats. So I have drawn this table and we have feed the data, that is these things are already given, activities are given, durations are given. In previous lectures activities was given in the form of nodes 1 to 2, 1 to 3, but here actually activities it has been represented by these alphabets A, B, C, D. So there is no as such confusion how to find out EST or how to find out the LFT. So already we have calculated EST and LFT for this case, that is earliest start time and latest finish time, already we have calculated here. So depending upon this we will find out the remaining things. Now again, while feeding this EST, we have to see the starting node. Suppose for activity A we are putting the value as EST, for activity A we are taking the value as EST. So EST for activity A, what is the starting node? 1. So we have to take the EST for 1. Okay. So in this way we have to calculate or we have to take the EST values. So this EST values to be taken, already we have calculated in this network diagrams, and also we have calculated this LFT. The LFT already we have taken this, and same way we will use here. Okay. So first activity A. So for activity A we have to take the value as EST. So while taking EST we have to take the initial node. For activity A, what are the different nodes? So for activity A the node is 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is the node for activity A. So what is the initial node? Node is 1. So 1 is having the EST as 0. So that means 0 we will take first. What is activity B? Here is the activity B. Activity B is connected with two nodes 1 and 3. 1 and 3, they are the nodes which represents the activity B. What is the starting node? Starting node is again 1. So 1 EST is nothing but again 0. What is C? C activity. Yes, here it is C activity. So C is connected with two nodes 3 to 5. This 3 to 5 indicates the C activity. That means initial node is 3. So what is the 3 EST? For node number 3, what is the EST? So So node number 3 EST is 4. So we have to take this value as 4. Next, activity D. So D is this activity. This activity is activity D. It is connected with two nodes, 2 to 4. So 2 is the initial number. So what is the value for serial number 2 EST? Node serial number 2 node EST, that is 5. So we have to take the value as 5. What is next? Activity E. So activity E is connected with again two nodes, 5 to 7. So what is the initial number? Initial number is 5 and its EST is 6. So we have to take this as 6. F, same way F is connected with two nodes, 3 to 6. Initial number is 3. What is 3 EST? That is 4. What is G? G is connected with 7 to 4. 7 to 4. Initial 7 to 4. G activity is connected with 7 to 4. So 7 is the initial node. That is the 12. Its EST is 12. What is H? H is connected with 7 to 8. What is the EST for this? 7 to 8. So 7 is the initial number. That is its EST is 12. So 12. I is connected with I is connected with 6 and 8. That means 6 is the initial node and its EST is 10. So we have to take this EST as 10. Again J is connected with 4 and 9. That means 4 is having EST as 20. What is K? K is connected with 8 and 9. So 8 is the initial. So 16 EST. So in this way we have taken EST, which we have already calculated in the network diagrams. Okay? Same way which thing we have taken care? LFT. So LFT is again important, but while feeding this LFT in the tabular form, we have to take the next number. Okay? We will see A. We will feed here data LFT. What is activity A? Yes, this is activity A. Activity A is connected 1 to 2, but 2 is the next number. Okay? Previous number is 1. 2 is the next number in order to take the LFT. For LFT we have to take the next number. For EST we have to take the previous number. So for activity A, 1 to 2. So 2 is the next number. That means 15 is its LFT. Same for activity B, 1 to 3. So 3 is the next number. That is its EST LFT is 4. What is C? C is having 3 to 5. So 5 is the next number. So 6. Its LFT is 6. D is connected with 2 to 4. 4 is the next number. Its LFT is 20. E 5 to 7. 5 to 7 is the next number. Its LFT is 12. F. For F, where is F? Yes, here is F. F is connected with 3 to 6. 6 is the next number and its value is 20. G. What about G? G is 7 to 8. G is having 7 to 4. 4 is the next number, therefore 20. Forward directions. I 6 to 8. So 8 is having a value of LFT as 23. What is I? I is having 6 to 8. H 7 to 8. Yes. Yes. I is having 6 to 8. So 8 is value of LFT for 8 is 23. J. So J is nothing but connected with 4 to 9. So 9th node LFT is 28. What is K? K is connected with 8 to 9. So 9 is the next node, that is having a LFT for 28. So in this way we have to feed LFT properly. We have to feed EST. Okay. Again, next important is how to calculate EFT. EFT is just the addition of EST and the durations. That is column number 3 when added with column number 2 to calculate the value as earliest finish time. So earliest finish time is just the addition. So we will add this, we will take this, and we will take this as the value and we will copy here. Okay. What about the LST? LST we can calculate, that is LFT minus of duration. When it is deducted with the durations, the value will be LST. That means this will be equal to this value minus duration values. So these are the values for LST. That is the latest start time. here we have calculated. How to calculate total floats? So start or finish one and the same. If we are deducting start, the value will be same, or we are deducting finish, the value will be same. So we can take start or end. So we will take one value as this finish and finish. So this finish minus finish. Yes, finish minus finish is this value. So these are the values. We can take start also, deduction of start also. We can take finish also, one and the same. So we have taken finish. So in this way, these are the values. This 0, 0, 0, 0 and this 0 indicates the critical path. This indicates the critical path. Okay? So this 0 values indicates the critical path. Also in last lecture I have said that when EST and LFT both the values are same, itself indicates the critical path. That means 1 to 3 is the critical path. That means B activity is the critical path. Yes, B activity is the critical path. That means EST and LFT is same. What is next? C activity is also critical path. Yes, 6, 6, same. What is E? Yes, 12, 12. It is also same. What is next? 12 after 12. G. G is also the critical path. Yes, G is also the critical path. Yes, 20, 20. What about next? J. J, that means endpoint. Yes, so this is nothing but the critical activities. So how to calculate the total durations for the critical activities, and we have to write down the critical activities. So here I am writing down the critical activities as critical activities. What is the critical activity? So here it is B, that means B represents 1, 3. So we will call this as 1, 3. So I have pasted here because some space was not there in order to calculate. So here critical path is this B. B is having 1 to 3. So we will call this as 1 to 3. 1 to 3. What is next? C. C is having this activity. C is 3 to 5. That means next number is 5. Next is 5. Yes, E. Next is E. Then 7. 5 to 7. Then next is G. G is connected with this 7 to 4. Serial numbers may be changed. It is just the numbers. What is next? Last J. J is nothing but 4 to 9. 4 to 9. And its value is 28, which we have already calculated. And its value is 28, which we have already calculated. So in this way we have to draw the critical path, and we have to show a critical path by double line also. So we can show this by double line also. This by double line, by drawing the double line also. So we can show the critical path by drawing the double line also. So I have drawn the double line also. For simplicity, I have drawn the double line also. So this double line indicates the critical path. So this activity A is having activity B is having 0. That is this double line indicates the critical path. Yes. C, yes, double line. What about E? Double line. Next is G, double line. Yes. And finally the J, double line. And that means this is the duration for this, and we have calculated double line indicates the critical path. That means critical path is 1, 3, 5, 7, 4 and 9. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 4, 9 is the critical path, and its value is the value as 28. Okay? So 28 is the value for the critical path, and its duration is 28, whether it is weeks or days. The duration is 28, and its path is 1, 3, 5, 7, 4, 9. This is nothing but the critical path, and we have drawn by double line, which has been said in the question paper. Okay? So this question was very important, because this question it has been asked in number of question papers for 7 to 8 marks. Okay? So in this way we have drawn the critical first we have drawn the network diagrams. We have calculated next after drawing the network diagram, we have calculated EST and LFT. Depending upon EST and LFT, we have calculated, or we have feed this data in this table form. Okay? So in this table form we have feed the data. So in this way this lecture was very important. So in next lectures we will see some more problems related with network diagrams, and we will switch over to the next topic, that is unit number 3, which is very important, in which various advanced equipments it has been considered, and various things will be considered. Okay, so in next lectures we will see the various things. So today we will end this lectures, and this lecture is very important. Okay, so thank you, and we'll see next way.